What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Now in this video I'm going to be ranking some other Star Wars Battlefront YouTubers. These are just some of the channels that people requested that I cover. So the reason I'm doing this is because on stream I had a bit of a challenge and I failed the challenge, and now as a repercussion I have to rank all the Battlefront YouTubers, including myself. So these are just the top ones that people mentioned. I don't personally watch very many Battlefront YouTubers, so I had to do a little bit of research for some of these, but some of these names I'm pretty aware of, so I'm going to rank the ones that are on this list. I know there's more people out there, but I'm not going to rank every single channel that covers Battlefront. These are just some of the bigger ones that people talk about. So I'm not going to rank these in any particular order or anything. These are just things based off of things I've observed over the past 2 years. Yeah, so I'm just going to pick them in any random order. So let's start with cinematic captures. All right, so cinematic captures, he does a lot of, cinematics. He does like graphical comparisons, really well edited videos that just talk about Fallen Order, Battlefront. He's a game changer, so he gets to go to like special events and stuff, and he's just really good at taking screenshots. I used to use a lot of his screenshots for my thumbnails back in the day. He's really good at taking screenshots and stuff, and yeah, I like his channel. I don't have anything against this guy. I think he does some pretty good stuff, and if you guys are a fan of Battlefront and you want to see some really cool cinematics on occasion, I would check him out, and I'm actually going to rank him an A tier. I think he's a pretty good Battlefront channel, and I would recommend him. I think he deserves more subscribers than what he has. Definitely check out his channel, Cinematic Captures. And then up next we have Bombastic. Bombastic has done a number of different types of videos on their channel. They have like these really bright, in-your-face kind of thumbnails that stand out. Bombastic has like 140,000 subscribers. They've done funny moments, they've done like tips and tricks, they've done character guides. They cover like tons of Star Wars stuff, not just Battlefront 2. So I think they're a pretty good channel. They have 140,000 subscribers. Fun fact, when me and Cookie first started off on YouTube, we had a second channel called Channel Check, and Cookie would just rate underrated YouTube channels. And at that time, Bombastic showed up, and they only had like 20,000 subscribers, and that was like 2 or 3 years ago. And they've come like a long way since then. They've gained 120,000 subscribers since we first discovered their channel, and I think they're pretty good. Pretty sure he's also a game changer, and I'll give him an A as well. I think he's a pretty good channel. And then up next we have Anarchy Ninja. Now, I don't have anything against Anarchy Ninja. I don't watch his stuff. To me, it's just average gameplay that he uploads. Like, he doesn't do news, he doesn't do anything. He just streams and uploads gameplay of him getting first place or a kill streak. He doesn't do anything crazy. He almost has 170,000 subscribers. Back in Battlefront 1, when I first discovered his channel, he had like 40,000. So he's come a long way and he's grown a lot. I guess people like his commentary. I don't know, because to me, he just has average gameplay. I don't think he's that much better than like most players. So I'm assuming people like his commentary. I've stopped by a few of his streams and I got banned from his chat just because of who I was. I wasn't even allowed to say anything. So I guess he might have something against me, or at least his moderators do in his chat. But I guess if you guys like just straight up gameplay videos, check him out. I'm sure most of you guys probably have already subscribed to him. But to me, since, he hasn't done anything impressive to me. Like, I've seen his gameplay. I don't think he's that good. Since he doesn't do anything other than just gameplay videos, I'm gonna put him at like C category. I don't think he deserves D, E, or F, but I don't think he does anything that's worthy of B, A, or S tier. I think he's kind of just in the middle. But he must be doing something right if that many people just subscribe just to watch his gameplay videos. Maybe I should just do gameplay videos if that many people just want to watch just straight up Battlefront gameplay. And then up next we have Sammyboy. A lot of people requested that I rank Sammyboy. I think he got into an argument with me on Twitter like a year or so ago. I think he was like really defending EA. But I've changed a lot over the course of the year. I was probably being a dick, so it was probably well deserved. That's the only like encounter I think I've had with him. But when it comes to his videos, I think he has pretty decent content. I've seen a few of his videos where he has like Mythbusters and stuff, and just like tips and tricks and character guides and stuff. And I've learned a few things from his videos that I didn't know before. So some of his Mythbuster videos for Battlefront are actually pretty well done, and his editing's pretty good too. So I actually think he's a pretty decent channel. Don't really have anything against him or anything. He doesn't clickbait. He doesn't really lie with his titles or anything. So I'm not sure if he's a game changer or anything. But to me, I'm going to put him in the B category. And I think he's worth checking out too. And then up next, we have Star Wars HQ. They have well over 700,000 subscribers. They are definitely the most subscribed, mainly Battlefront 2 channel that I could find. There might be one bigger, but they're one of the biggest that I know of that just does Battlefront related content for the most part. And they've been hit and miss. Sometimes they take long breaks without uploading, and they have multiple channels. But a lot of people requested that I rank them too. I don't really have as much of a problem with them as a lot of people do, because they've had controversies with clickbait and stuff. I think some of their videos are a little clickbaity. Like, I've been clickbaited by them before in the past. So they walk the borderline of clickbait, not clickbait. I don't have as much of a problem as some people do with them. Some people just can't stand Star Wars HQ. I don't think they're that bad. I've seen them get into arguments with Ben and stuff on Twitter, so they are game changers. But yet, if something comes up that they don't like that DICE has done, they're not afraid to voice their opinions about it, which I kind of had some respect for them for doing that before in the past. So I'm going to put them at C tier, because they do news and stuff. I don't think they're very good at gameplay. I think they stream on Facebook or something. But because they have clickbaited before, I don't like clickbait. It spreads misinformation in the community. So I think they're sitting okay at C tier. And then up next we have As True sitting at 46,000 subscribers. He's come a long way since the release of Battlefront 2 as well. Now, when it came to the game changers, I used to not like the game changers almost at all, because I just thought that they were really biased. They all get free trips, they get free stuff. They get to go to like Germany and California and wherever to promote these Star Wars games, but then they don't make that much content in return. So I don't really understand the point of the game changers, but I always felt that they were a little biased. But now, over the course of these 2 years, I have a little bit more respect for the game changers than I did before. And he's got some pretty decent content. He does mods of the week and stuff, which is what me and Cookie used to do when the game first came out. And then when Cookie left the channel, the whole mods of the week thing kind of fell off the radar for my channel. But he gets some decent views for his mod videos. He covers news and stuff. He's been a little clickbaity, but I'm not gonna knock him very much for that, because I don't think he's done bait as much as like Star Wars HQ or anything. Yeah, I used to not like As True, but I don't really have anything against him now, and I think he deserves to be in the B category. And I'd say he's probably worth checking out too. And then up next we have Star Bazaar. I really like Star Bazaar. I don't have anything against Star Bazaar. Some of his videos have gotten a pretty decent amount of views, especially the past couple months with Fallen Order and stuff. And he does just a variety of different types of videos. He does news and like tips and tricks kind of videos. He just has such a wide variety of content around Star Wars games that, I mean, he's pretty good. He has a nice, clear voice. He doesn't clickbait. His thumbnails are kind of have like a movie feel to them. And when it comes to newsy type Battlefront channels, like to get your information reliably, not biased, not clickbaity, I really think he's an underrated channel. Really recommend checking him out. And I'm actually going to give Star Bazaar S tier, believe it or not. I think he's really good. If you guys haven't checked out Star Bazaar, definitely worth checking out. And then we have the Battlefront Night. The Battlefront Night went from 0 to the most watched Battlefront YouTuber on the platform in like no time at all. And he did that through clickbait. I remember I used to like Battlefront Night when he first started. I remember I even complimented him on Twitter a few times. I liked his content. He had like a good couple first videos. I was like, wow, this channel's kind of coming out of nowhere. I remember he had like 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers and was getting views. And I was like, wow, good for this guy. And then he just clickbaited and clickbaited and clickbaited and clickbaited. And he just got in the algorithm. And his channel is the equivalent of Grand Theft Auto channels for little kids. He just lies and manipulates his titles. He has misleading thumbnails. He often puts mods in his thumbnails to try to trick his audience because he has a really young audience. I would imagine that most people that watch his channel don't think. They just see something that's new to Battlefront and they click it. They're like, oh, I've never seen Dengar before. I see it in the thumbnail, click. He has just fed off of clickbait algorithm from zero to hero in no time. And it's disgusting. His channel has spread so much false information. Like, I don't care what channels do on their own. Like, I could care less. If someone has 1 million subscribers, don't care. There's a few channels on this list that have more subscribers than me. Don't care. But when they spread false information, which leads back to my channel, that's when it bothers me. Because he's had so much false information spread over the course of the past 2 years that people come to me and they're in my streams and they're in my Discord and they're everywhere. And they're like, hey, did you hear about this? Did you hear about that? Did you see that Moz is coming to the game? Did you see that new stuff has been announced? And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? I've never heard of this. What do you mean Moz is coming to the game? They're like, oh yeah, it was on this Battlefront Night video. I'm like, that's where it came from. Yeah, so He'll manipulate the titles of his videos, and the way he manipulates his titles, because on mobile, it cuts off the title. Like if you're on PC, it shows you the entire title, but most of the audience on YouTube comes from mobile devices. So what he'll do is he'll disguise the titles to make it misleading. So he'll put Star Wars Battlefront 2 at the beginning, insane Ahsoka, Plo Koon, and Dengar hero project show the power of modding. Well, when you look at it on mobile, it says Star Wars Battlefront 2, insane Ahsoka, Plo Koon, Dengar, and then it like cuts off. So his audience sees that on their phone. They see 3 new heroes that they've never seen before in relation to Star Wars Battlefront 2, and it's not until you click on the video that you realize it's a mod. So that's the kind of clickbait stuff that he's done. He had just straight up misleading titles like Star Wars Battlefront 2, Jabba the Hutt Palace DLC. It just says big letters, Jabba DLC. He has movie title and date revealed for Obi-Wan Kenobi Star Wars movie, like from a year ago, which there was nothing even announced a year ago, so that's straight up clickbait. One of his most viewed videos was Star Wars Battlefront 2 new Anakin Skywalker PC mod, and it says Anakin Skywalker gameplay. So you didn't realize that it was a mod until you clicked the video because the whole title was cut off. And this was before Anakin was even announced. So he's just done a bunch of that kind of stuff. And he just grew to the top. He gets more views in Battlefront Updates. He gets more views in Star Wars HQ. And he just didn't earn his position. So Battlefront Night gets F tier easy. If there was a tier below F, you know what? We're going to move him off below F. Because he does not deserve to even be on this list for how scummy he is. Now, he has been a little bit better with his clickbait as of late, but when you clickbait your way to get to the top, I don't have any respect for you as a person or a creator. And then up next, we have Silo Star Wars, who obviously took notes from Battlefront Night. Silo is probably worse with clickbait than Battlefront Night is. Almost every single video that Silo does for Battlefront 2 is clickbait in some way, shape, or form. Either he has something on the thumbnail that's not in the game, he has something in the title that's not been confirmed, he confirms information before it's been confirmed by EA. For example, with the new leaks for the Sith Troopers, on his thumbnail he says 10 new reinforcement skins, Sith Trooper confirmed. So he was confirming it to his audience before EA even announced anything, which is pretty scummy. He makes his own thumbnails in Photoshop, so he puts stuff that's not in Battlefront to make people think it's coming to the game. This, like, new Clone Commando skins, he has examples of clone skins, which obviously were not added to the game. And then he put 2v2 co-op in big letters, which we're not getting a 2v2 co-op, so that's clickbait. We go down here, Battlefront Update, Original Trilogy Capital Supremacy. It's got pictures of the tank commanders and stuff. There's no tank commanders in Battlefront 2. There's also no original trilogy Capital Supremacy been announced or anything, so that's not true as well. Then we have Battlefront Update, new heroes and skins teased. New heroes and skins teased, Leia buff, plus September something. And what do you know? It's Ahsoka on the thumbnail. Has Ahsoka been announced? No. Is Ahsoka in the game? No. And this was 2 months ago. Why is there Ahsoka in the thumbnail? Oh, because it's clickbait. Plus, Silo does a lot of tricks with his videos as well because he knows the algorithm. He talks really slowly like this. Pauses in between his sentences so that he can draw out the video. The videos normally go on for 12 to 15 minutes. Putting the clickbait topic of the video at the very end so that his audience will stick around till the end to give him more watch time, to increase the audience retention, to make his videos show up more in the algorithm. So when it comes to Silo Star Wars, he also gets below F tier. And then moving on past that, we have Fireguy Gaming. Fireguy used to be a game changer, but he says what is on his mind a little bit too much. It was kind of like my channel back when Battlefront was like doing really poorly. He was like voicing his frustrations. He got a big reputation for being negative and just pointing out all the flaws with the game. But I never really had anything against Fireguy. I just don't watch enough of his stuff. I've disagreed with him on a few topics. Other than that, I mean, he just voices his opinion on the game. If you want an unfiltered, unbiased opinion, I mean, I'd check out Fireguy. For me, I'm probably going to put him at C tier though. Fireguy has 34,000 subscribers. He does news videos and stuff like that as well too. But for me, I'm just going to keep him at C tier because he was even a little more negative than I was. Sometimes he would nitpick even the smallest things. But like I said, if you want an unfiltered opinion about Battlefront 2, I recommend checking him out. And then we have the AussieJedi. I didn't really know too much about AussieJedi until people started telling me that I should rank his channel. I checked him out. He does a bunch of ranking videos and stuff too. He covers news and stuff, and he just gives his opinion about the game as well. So if you guys like content, kind of like what I do on my channel, and you like ranking videos, and you like news updates, and just different information about Battlefront 2, then he's probably worth checking out. For me, I'm going to put him in the B category. He almost has 40,000 subscribers, so he's growing pretty quick. I know he's covered Fallen Order, and yeah, I mean, like I said, I had to actually look him up and watch a few of his videos, but he doesn't really clickbait or anything either, so I respect that. I don't think he's a game changer. I don't think he gets anything special to like make his opinion biased or anything, so I would recommend him. And then we have Battlefront Updates. Battlefront Updates, I've liked and disliked and liked and disliked because I've always like agreed with his opinion, and then he would be like too kiss-assy, and he would just agree with anything DICE would do and EA would do, and he would just come up with these weird ideas like, let's give EA extra money because they deserve it. And he was telling his subscribers like, make sure you buy crystals to show your support, and was like telling people that they need to give money to EA. So he's done some things that I didn't like. When it comes down to it though, I really respect his channel because he doesn't clickbait at all. Any information that he reports on is just fact. He doesn't make up stuff. He very rarely reports on leaks. He doesn't report on anything that isn't going to come to the game. That might be because he has connections and he can just ask Ben or whatever community manager or his people at EA and DICE, since he knows the developers and stuff, and he lives in Sweden. So his thumbnails aren't clickbait, his titles aren't clickbait. I know like anything he reports on is just going to be 100% factual. Versus some of these other channels on this list will stretch the truth and try to do whatever it takes to get your click because they don't care about you. They don't care about giving you the right information. They just care about your click so they can grow their channel. Battlefront Updates puts his viewers first, and even though I don't agree with his opinion sometimes, I think he's a pretty good channel. Honestly, I'm going to put him in A tier. When it comes to your Battlefront news, I think he's one of the best channels to get information from. And out of this list, I don't think anybody deserved D or E tier. They're all A, Bs, and Cs, with the exception of the two absolutely horrible channels. I would just stay away from those two like they're the plague. If you want solid information and you want factual information, you want info that's 100% going to come to the game, check out Battlefront Updates. If you guys want to be lied to, you want to be clickbaited, and you want to have false hope, then follow those 2 channels that I put at the bottom. And then when it comes to me, I'm going to put me at S tier. I'm just kidding, I'm not going to do that. I think my channel, I'm going to put an A, because I think any channel deserves improvement. I think I've come a long way over the course of 2 years with my channel. I've had ups and downs. I used to be pretty negative on my channel because I'd voice my opinion and I didn't like the state of Battlefront. I've been demonetized completely because YouTube made a mistake. I never thought I'd get out of the algorithm. I mean, it's been a rough ride. You guys have supported me through everything. Like, people still subscribe, people still watch my videos, people still donate on my live streams, which I'm really grateful for. And it's still a learning experience for me. I think I've come a long way. I mean, I don't know, I like my channel, but I don't think I'm in S tier. Maybe I might have been a little generous with Star Bazaar, but I like Star Bazaar's just overall way that he presents his channel. And he hasn't had any like major dramas or anything. At least with my channel, it goes up and down. Like, people loved me, then they hated me, and then they loved me, and then people come back, and then people realize, oh no, Swanee didn't change. Like, I know someone on stream the other day was like, Swanee's still being negative because I was complaining about Anakin or something. So my channel has its ups and downs, and I don't think I'm going to be at S tier yet based off of my own personal goals. I'm getting closer. Like, once I hit my major milestone of 100,000 subscribers, I think I'll be pretty close to happy with the way that I've run my channel. But yeah, that's going to do it for my tier list of other Battlefront channels. I know this is going to be pretty controversial for some of you because people do not like other people's opinions. And I feel like people are going to dislike my choice of putting Battlefront Night at the bottom. When you look at it from a creator standpoint versus a viewer standpoint, I have no respect for those bottom 2 channels. So it might vary based off of the viewer experience. Because obviously clickbait works if people watch it and they still keep coming back to the channel and they don't care. So that's why I have more respect for some of these other channels, because they don't take that clickbait route. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Be sure to check out another video. Subscribe if you are new here. Follow me on all social media at SwaneePlaysGames. All the links are found in the description down below. And I will talk to you guys next time.
We would be honored if you would join us. You cannot resist